Hey!
It's Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day.
And it's also almost the weekend. It's Friday. Thanks for being here. Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our podcast. As always, we encourage you in the strongest yet nicest way to like, to follow, to love, to subscribe, whatever you want to do to the old podcast here. If you like it, if you don't like it, we'll try harder. How's that?
That'd be great. That's a great Valentine's Day gift to us, right?
Yes.
And our Valentine's Day gift to you is this great plethora of information we're about to shower upon you on this Friday that is leading into President's Day weekend.
Perhaps you have a 3-day weekend. Okay, so some of the stuff for the show today. Last time we're going to be talking about Valentine's stuff is today. So Valentine's quick hits information along with some last second Valentine's Day gifts you can still pull off even at this late opportunity. And finally, also, this is according to Billboard, the best rock and roll love songs you can listen to on Valentine's Day.
A local bus driver is being called a hero, like on a national level.
Mm-hmm.
The best types of filling for chocolates.
I just thought about, you're the kind of person that goes through and breaks the chocolates in half to see what's inside first, Jen.
100%. Or I'll just take a little bite, and if I don't like it, I'll put it right back for someone else to enjoy.
A couple more things. The California wildfires, of course, have damaged some of the grapes used for wine. So will wine and smoky wine become a thing? It may have to, right? And finally, your answers to what was your favorite car, and did you have a name for this car? We'll get to all that fun stuff here coming up on the big show today, right? Right.
Yeah. But first, some Valentine's Day quick hits. These are just like random and interesting surveys and polls and facts and stats for Valentine's Day. You ready for it?
I am prepared. Yes, go.
Okay. The best city to celebrate Valentine's Day is San Francisco, followed by Seattle.
Hooray!
And the worst is Detroit, which you used to live there, right?
I don't know what this. Yes, I did for about 5 years. I don't know what the criteria here was but it's easy to pick on Detroit.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying if what the criteria was, if the criteria is, sunshine and I don't know.
Well,
but
it can't be sunshine because Seattle's one of the
exactly.
Okay, yeah, and what is special about Seattle? I don't even know for Valentine's Day. Okay, about 20% of couples say this Valentine's Day could make or break them. What?
That's no good.
Oh,
that's putting a lot of pressure on Valentine's Day. How about love languages here? The most popular love language is, and you've heard about the 5 love languages. Quality time is the most popular love language, such as hanging out together or doing shared activities. By love languages, that the book, you're supposed to go and find out what language you speak and your partner, also does. And that's the way you can be closer to each other. The other love languages are physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and then gifts.
What's your love language? How do you like to receive love the most?
I suppose I'm probably either words of affirmation or physical touch. My wife is probably acts of service. So
I'm quality time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a third of us don't expect our Valentine to spend any money on a gift this year? And that's kind of a loaded thing because, of course, there are several people that I believe say you don't have to get me anything. And if you don't, then you're in trouble, right?
You didn't believe me when I said I wouldn't be mad if Pat didn't bring me flowers on Valentine's Day.
What if you didn't bring anything or do anything?
I'm okay with. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I would rather him save his money on Valentine's Day flowers and bring me more flowers other days because he could probably get 10 bouquets other days at the price you paid today.
It's one of those things where if it's a financial decision around the holidays, it's like you just got to let it. It's like when I go to a Kraken game. I'm sorry, but everything is so stupid expensive. If you go through there saying, well, this thing costs $10, but this is $11, it's like, you just got to get it and take it on the chin, right?
More than 1 in 4 Americans characterize people who go out to dinner on Valentine's Day as suckers, show-offs, and insecure. What?
Those people themselves sound like they might be insecure, show-offs, or suckers. The average American adult, 18 or older, whether in a relationship or not, spends $2,279 on dates every year. That seems high. The all-in price of a date, from pre-date grooming to gas money, pre-date grooming to gas money, is roughly $168.
Which I think actually that seems low for a date these days. Because you go to
Okay.
a restaurant and if the two of you have a cocktail or two and each get an entree, I mean, even at like a mid-level restaurant, you're laying down at least $100, at least. I
A
feel like as
hundy.
a tip.
Look at you. So they're saying $168 per date. And if
You're
we
doing
say,
this. What isn't it about like 25 dates, maybe 23?
say it was $168 per date, they're saying, right?
Yeah, divided by. I know what you're doing here. Well, you do
No, I'm
that.
not. I'm doing if you went on one date a week for 52 weeks, right? That's a
Yeah.
year. If you went on one date a week at $168, so the 168 times 52 equals 8,736.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
that's, yeah. Anyway,
All right. I don't know
13
how the math adds up.
13% of Americans would rather receive diamonds than chocolate on Valentine's Day. Duh. Like that seems so low. I'd much rather have a diamond than chocolate.
Fair enough. And I like this one. Teacher, this is a viral post. I got
Awesome.
eggs as a Valentine's Day present from a student. If it isn't just a normal carton from the grocery store, they look like eggs from a chicken at home. It's cute.
I've
You know
seen the
what?
post. I saw the post. They put it in a fun little plastic, like a plastic reusable container, put some hearts on it, and they're, like the light brown color eggs because they're, from home. I thought that was a brilliant idea.
I love it. Yeah. And also, maybe the eggs, maybe you should change this to 13% of Americans would rather receive eggs than diamonds or chocolate
That would
because of
be,
the value right there.
yeah, that would be higher, I think.
The value. I love it. Eh.
Last second Valentine's Day gifts you can still pull off. I don't know where our music is, Curt, but I missed it. Um, Last minute Valentine's Day gifts or
Okay.
last second. You can buy a card.
Eh.
It's better than nothing.
Well, I know, but some of these are things that I think were people were going to do anyway, right?
Flowers is better than just a card. You can get some chocolates or maybe pair all three of those things together. Those are very last minute things that are easy to get. You just have
Mhm.
to walk in the front of any grocery store right now, and all
Right.
three of those things are bam right in your face.
But this is nice too because you can do this last minute because it's going to involve like a certificate. You can give a spa package, golf package, any kind of treat yourself experience.
Yep, concert tickets, a nice
Mhm.
dinner at home, maybe a guilty pleasure. Maybe they like McDonald's but never eat it, so you get them some McDonald's.
They're also saying a subscription box, like they're saying, think Jelly of the Month Club, but I don't want a Jelly of the Month Club, but that's okay. Some people probably do.
You would want a
This is,
guitar of the month. You would want a guitar
oh,
of the month.
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. This is kind of cute because this is so 1980s, I guess. A Spotify playlist with songs they like. You know,
Like a
who hasn't made
mixtape.
a, did you ever have a mixtape made for you when you were younger?
Yeah, and I made them for my
Hmm.
friends and like my boyfriends.
Yeah, you got to put some thought into it. And
I
finally,
love that.
jewelry is one of the other things, the last second Valentine's Day gift. I don't know that Dana, my wife, is big into jewelry. I think that she may value some of the other things more, which is nice, and that's okay with me.
Because but she does like jewelry because not every anniversary don't you get her a bracelet, so she has like these.
There is a yeah, there's a this, and I guess this is a great idea. If you're the company that does it, they suggest, hey, here's a solid gold bracelet, and you get one for every year you've been married. So each year, and it ends up being, I mean, it's just a band, right? Just a bracelet
Like
band or
just kind
whatnot.
of like a bangle type of
Yeah,
thing.
and
Yeah.
for the low price of, I think it's $300 each now. Maybe it's more than that.
That's crazy, Curt Cruz. Okay. Um, are you doing music today or not?
Yeah. What did you not hear it last time?
No, it's not
Are you
coming
hearing
through.
this?
No, I don't know what changed. Are you not sharing your audio?
I am sharing my audio.
I
We did
don't
it
know what's
beforehand.
going on. We can't hear the music
Let's
now.
try it again. Okay, I'm redoing some stuff. Does this help?
Yeah. Yeah, better. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I was saying. I didn't hear it last time. It wasn't coming through. Okay. The
Technology.
best types of filling in a box of chocolates. It's
I want to
not
jump in
only,
here and
yeah.
say I don't think it's fair that people go and take a bite and put it back. Jen Pirak.
It allows you to sample some chocolates that you wouldn't have gotten if I popped the whole thing in my mouth. That's what he said.
That's not what I was going to say, but very nice.
Okay, here's the thing. It's Valentine's Day, but it's also National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. So when you've got your big box of chocolates,
Mhm.
what is the first one you're reaching for?
What's the first one I'm reaching for?
Yeah, like if you could tell what they are, like, oh, this one's filled with caramel, this one's filled
Oh,
with
yeah.
raspberry, this one's filled with orange, this one's filled with whatever.
I would say the first one, if my go-to would always be the caramel, not the caramel, by the way, caramel.
Mine would be caramel too. So we're gonna have a fight. So if I bit into it to share it, you would be thankful.
You didn't bite into it to share it. You bit into it to taste it for yourself. And then you didn't like it, so you put it back.
All right. So that was by far the most popular answer.
For the most popular fillings was
Over
caramel. About a third of
people
people
said caramel. Yeah.
Yeah. Followed by people say nuts was second on this list as far as fillings for chocolate go. Coconut filling. I like coconut. Some people don't like coconut at all. You're probably a non-coconut person, right, Jen?
I think coconut's okay, but I do like the toffee ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then there's fruity filling. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, you bite into something and it's this sort of funky strawberry flavored, pinkish colored nougat. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't like that. And
And then
mint.
mint is
Yeah.
the number 6 most popular filling.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that don't even like chocolates. That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
We're moving on to music. Rock songs, Curt. This is all you.
Yes, and I got hooked into this again. Whenever they have these things, I always say, I don't know why we talk about this because this is just designed to get me upset. But here we are with according to Billboard, the best rock love songs, according to Billboard. So this is not like, people are going to say, well, At Last by Etta James or, I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis. It's like, these are the best rock love songs.
Okay, get to it.
Top 10. Let's do top 9. Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, Because the Night by Patti Smith, Still Into You from Paramore, which I don't know if a lot of people even know that song, Your Song by Elton John, In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel, agree 100%. Just Like Heaven by The Cure, Something by the Beatles, great song. Then number 2 on this list is Maps by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, which I've never even heard, and I know the band. And the number 1, this is the rock love songs, the number 1 romantic rock song is Heroes by David Bowie. We could be heroes.
Yeah. I don't even know that song.
It was, if you're a Bowie fan, you know it.
Is it a nice love song?
Okay, I don't know. I think the lyrics, yeah. I just don't know. See, that's the thing is like I think that when it comes to love songs, by artists that I like, which is a lot of alternative people and rockers, it's kind of hard to determine because, clearly like, nobody put Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor on this list. And I think that's a great love song. That says it all right there.
I mean, I can't believe you didn't list number 10 because I think that's a great one. Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley.
I didn't list it because I said that wasn't on the list. And then I had to correct myself because it is indeed at number 10. I think it should be higher than that.
So then this list that you have, is this the list that you made up? Like this should really be in the top 10?
Right off the top of my head, because I seem to be a sucker for a love song. I don't want to say out of desperation, like when the people in the song, like, nothing else in the world matters but you. You know what I mean? It's like,
okay, what are your songs? Get to what are your songs?
Walking After You by Foo Fighters. That says, if you leave, I'm coming with you. Okay. Maybe I'm Amazed by Paul McCartney. A very vulnerable song for Paul saying, maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. All I Want Is You by U2. Phenomenal song about love. Then it gets a little bit weird with, some of my personal picks from Tom Waits and Death Cab for Cutie and stuff. I think that You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker. Very simple, right? Yes. Do you know that one?
I do know that one. Okay. Yes. I'm just letting you go on your music tangent.
Yeah, well, and
I'm doing here.
I like I'm Gonna Crawl by Led Zeppelin, which people are like, how is that a love song? It's like, I'm gonna crawl no matter what it takes to get to you. That's what I'm gonna do.
To be clear, these are Curt's favorite rock love songs.
They're kind of dark, Even I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab. I Hope I Don't Fall in Love with You by Tom Waits. The title doesn't sound like a love song, but it totally is. Anyway.
Okay, your time's up.
Yeah, I got suckered into another one of those lists that I said, this is bull. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Okay, I have to tell you that my daughter Macy sent me this story, like, I don't know, 3 days ago. She's like, Mom, did you see this story? Mm-hmm. It's about a North Shore school district bus driver who was driving a girls basketball team home from their game in Bellevue. And when he was driving down 405, incoming into the windshield, a piece of metal.
Yep.
Into his face.
Yeah.
And he just kept on driving to keep the kids safe.
And it turns out all the kids did end up safe. Nobody was hurt. All the passengers were fine. This is the guy, Stewart-O'Leary, is the bus driver. Here's some audio of him talking about what happened. Again, a big piece of metal just crashed through the front of the front window of the bus. All right.
I'm glad it was me, not them. It could have certainly gone a different way. So they were pulling glass out of my face and had some gauze on there trying to mop me up a little bit.
He's an absolute hero for keeping those kids safe. He never wavered. He kept his hands on the steering wheel, and his first priority were the kids.
There you go.
There was a camera. The reason they know all this is because there was cameras. I think maybe just the I-5, like not I-5, but the Washington DOT cameras maybe captured it. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they have video of it and how he was a hero. I mean, he really saved all these kids.
Well, he kept calm. I mean, a lot of people, something comes crashing through the window. Do you, swerve off the road but unflappable. So there you go. Thank you for being.
And it's making national news right now. Yeah. I mean, he is this hero. So yay, Stewart.
Go, Stu. We love it.
In our backyard, meaning in the Oregon area, Tillamook. Tillamook cheese and ice cream.
I know Tillamook cheese and ice cream.
Down in Tillamook, Oregon, they're giving away literally a boatload of cheese. And I have to bring this up. I'm going to enter. Because why not? They're randomly.
Of course you are. You always win those things. So this is a boatload, which they're saying is 1,909 pounds of cheese equals a boatload. So just under a full ton of cheese is what you can win.
It's because they were founded in 1909, which is why they're doing 1,909.
Oh, okay.
Which is valued at just under $2,000 or $22,000.
So you won't really have 1,900 pounds of cheese to show up on your doorstep. Most of it's going to come in the form of coupons, but you do get 100 pounds of cheese to start you off, and then I guess throughout the rest of the year you can get the remaining.
They're going to give you coupons.
Yeah, 1,809 pounds of cheese. So if you want to enter, boatloadofcheese.com, and you got to get in there before the 20th of February. So you got about a week. One winner will be chosen at random, and you're going to get basically a ton of Tillamook cheese.
I'm going there right now.
Of course you are. I will go there too if I wasn't pushing buttons and playing music.
Okay, next.
Can we finish? Yeah, we got to finish the show at some point.
This is a good find, Curt.
Maybe this is a heads up or hey, check this out type of thing. 2 Seattle area restaurants landed on Yelp's 2025 top 100 places to eat. And so this might be a good tip for some places that you haven't maybe gone to before, maybe not even heard of.
Yeah, say it. Tell us.
There's a pair of them. This came in at number 7, Yelp's 2025 top 100 places to eat in the entire United States. Aroy Mac Thai food. Aroymak, Aroy Mak, maybe Thai food.
Number 7 in the top 10. This restaurant in North Seattle.
The name means apparently very delicious, and they took it to heart. You can go there. The recipes have been passed down for some 40 years. Check out their deliciously seasoned chicken dishes along with other Thai curries and soups.
I'm going to try it. I like Thai food a lot.
And then Paju, number 74. This is a Korean restaurant that got number 74 of the top 100 places to eat. South Lake Union, Paju made the list of its favorites. It's been buzzed about for years by publications like the New York Times.
I've never even heard of it. Have you?
No. That's the thing. You see, that's how you find out about these things. Here's a pro tip about Paju. It says order the Paju fried rice, which includes squid ink and quail eggs. Squid ink and quail eggs. That's going to keep me away.
Okay, that's
squid
interesting.
Ink. So there you go. 2 new places to check out that are among the top 100 places to eat in the entire country, according to Yelp.
All right, got it.
I love that. We will go check those 2 out today.
All right, our question of the day from yesterday. Of the vehicles you've owned / leased, which was your favorite and what did you name it? We're just gonna go down. Do you have an answer?
I think my favorite car is the little BMW convertible I still have.
Did you name the?
It's a very creative name. Are you ready? I mean, just prepare yourself.
Yep.
It's called Beamy.
Okay, Curt. Mine's the Party Pilot because it just is so. It's just so.
Well, that's the name.
User friendly. It's like I can. Yeah, I love it.
But that's not your favorite car, right? The Party Pilot was your favorite car of all time?
of all the other ones. I mean, the other ones weren't as exciting. They didn't
Okay.
hold as much. They don't have as many memories in them. I mean, I have,
Got it.
I got to pile in my kids and their friends and my friends, and yeah, it
All
holds
right.
a lot of people. Okay, Heather said my favorite was my Chevy Silverado. I had that truck for 20 years.
Nice. And Marilyn, a 1979 red Capri V8 named the Red Baron.
It was fun and fast, she says.
I love that one. Sonia, my sweet little green VW Bug. I got her in August of 2001. She's still going. I named her Sophie.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
Becky said my Honda Accord hatchback. It was the first car I bought. Got it in 1987. Had a hard time parting with it. It had over 200,000 miles. Those Hondas, I know, they can go a long, long way.
A long, long way.
She sold it to some friends who drove it for quite some time. She didn't, and she hadn't named the car.
Amanda, her first car was a bright yellow 72 Honda Civic, Honda-matic, that she lovingly named the Roller Skate.
That's awesome.
All right. Brittany, a 2015 Jetta TDI. Loved the fuel mileage. It was diesel, got around 55 miles per gallon on the freeway. And I guess this is, it wasn't like, hybrid or anything, right? Then VW had their recall of TDIs and I had to sell her back. Gretchen the Jetta.
Can I just say that my boyfriend, Pat, has a TDI Passat. He has a Passat. He loves it. It is crazy how much gas mile, it's crazy good gas mileage. Crazy good.
I think in college for a little while, I had a VW Rabbit. Remember those?
Yeah, I remember those.
That was a fun little car.
When in the movie Some Kind of Wonderful, wasn't that the car that they had a convertible for?
Jeez, I can't remember I got to think about the movie.
I feel like, yeah. Okay, anyway, Leslie said my sister's car handed down to me, which was Tangerine Pinto. Yes, Leslie.
Steve has a nice one here. My 1965 Triumph TR6. Didn't have a name for it, but that's a great car.
Wow.
Way to level up, Steve. And Randy, probably my 1978 Avanti 2.
Look at, he put a picture of the car. Is that for real?
Yeah, and I've never been a fan. They look ugly to me. That's one of the things I think where some people are like, wow, this is a work of art. And you're like, really? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? I get it. I understand that. The Avantis, I always thought that's a weird looking car, but Randy, it was his favorite.
Okay. Nancy, I love my 2015 Honda CRV now, but my first car was the most fun, my 1978 Camaro. No special name for it, just my Camaro.
All right. And finally, we've got Debbie. This is it's a 2025 4Runner, 2025 Toyota 4Runner, best car I've owned. She doesn't have a name yet, Debbie.
Congratulations, Debbie, on your new car. That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess I wish that I had more stories about cars. My first car, what was your first car? Real quick. Because my first car was a 1980 Chevy Chevette. You know how your parents like, we're going to give you this car, but we know you're going to wreck it.
I forget what the model was. It was a Datsun. My grandparents gave it to me to drive around.
And it was awesome.
I called it the copper top or the Duracell. It was
nice.
It literally had a copper top and was black on the sides. I'm like, it
kept going and going. Is that right? Yeah.
Maybe. What's this all about, Curt?
We already talked about.
Yeah, scroll down. We're talking about Sia covers Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill.
Right. A song that you will probably recognize if you got a chance to hear it. I think this is awesome. And this is also the bigger story is the Humane Society have announced a new name. They're no longer going to be the Humane Society. Yesterday, the Humane Society of the United States announced that after 70 years, it'd be rebranding, calling themselves Humane World for Animals.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And then Sia, the artist Sia, did a version of Peter Gabriel's, like it says there, Salisbury Hill, which I'll play you a little bit of it, and hopefully you recognize this, at least part of the hook here. So here you go. Grab your things, I've come to take you home. That's kind of apropos for adopting animals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't recognize it.
I know the song, but it was hard to recognize her version, so I'd probably have to hear more. But anyway, is that
okay?
So
the new campaign for Humane World for Animals, it aims to end animal cruelty worldwide. So no longer the Humane Society of the United States. I'll tell you this, a quick story. My very first radio job. So this is going back to 1990, maybe. I did a promo. They wanted a PSA done for the local Humane Society. And what I did was I took the song, I took a song and I put like sounds of the street in the background and dogs barking and whatever. And I sort of put that in over the song Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers.
Oh, yeah. It's one of your favorites, right?
It was way too much of a tearjerker. They're like, there's no way we can play this. You know, it was like, ain't no sunshine when she's
Oh my
gone.
gosh.
And then there's dogs in the background whimpering and cars driving by. And it was very powerful. I was kind of proud of myself, but it was evidently too much of a tearjerker. And I guess I get it now. It's like, we can't put that on. It's almost like the Sarah McLachlan thing. As soon as you hear that commercial, I will remember, click. Does she do that? Or should Arms of the Angels? I guess it's the Angels she does, right?
I don't remember.
In the arms of click. Changing the channel.
Another doggy story. What's the deal with this?
Let's do this real quick because I think we're getting a little short on time. I just thought this was nice as well that the right here locally, kind of, Washington State University, WSU, they did a study of students and dogs. First-year college students who regularly interacted with therapy dogs reported fewer signs of stress and depression. According to this new study, they found that students who interacted with therapy dogs in unstructured sections over several weeks and several months, rather, not only experienced reduced stress and depression, but also showed increased self-compassion. Just another thing to show you how awesome dogs are.
Dogs are amazing. I mean,
right.
It doesn't have to be named a therapy dog. It just can be any dog, and I'm instantly happy as long as it's friendly. If it's mean and barky and
therapy dog group of students had significantly lower rates of depression, stress, and worry compared to those in the control group. They also reported increased self-compassion, which is linked to better emotional regulation and overall well-being. I'm not going to knock cats here, but I wonder if the same thing is true of cats.
Well, I think cats can be a little snottier than dogs, although I own a snotty dog. There's no question about it. Sailor is Snotty Sailor for a reason.
You do own a snotty dog, but they're awesome either way.
Okay, so the California wildfires ruined grapes. I mean, we know that there's a ton of vineyards in California, and with the wildfires, I mean, there's Smoky Wine that's coming out.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like we don't really have a choice here because the wines have been, the grapes have been damaged. So they're saying that California's been struggling with these intense not just this year, but in recent years, there's been wildfires that have also damaged the grapes. Smoke exposure can affect the delicate flavor of the grapes, which has generally been considered a bad thing. But I think they're trying now to change that by saying, hey, Smoky Wine is where it's at, kids.
Well, and you know what? I think they're doing a good job selling it because, like you said, it's happened in the past, right? Where the wildfires have affected the grape taste. But there's people that really like that smoky, the smoky note that you get from it.
Well, I don't know. This says wildfire smoke can introduce more intense or unexpected smoky qualities, including ashy aftertaste. And I don't know about you. Have you ever eaten ash?
No, I have not, Curt, and I don't intend to, but I think the winemakers are doing their best to make a good thing out of something that's not so great. And you know what? I hope that they are able to accomplish it. They've been doing, I mean, you hear people say there's some smoky notes in this wine. So you know what? Hopefully people can appreciate the smoky flavor of wine.
Yeah, it's of course we want them
if you will, a rare luxury.
We want them to do okay because we love the wine, and so yeah, maybe we need to. Maybe they need the help too. Maybe it's like, yeah, I'll try this smoky wine because I just want to help out with the people that could use a little assistance. So there you go, Smoky Wine. It's all the rage.
Fun Facts Friday.
Here is
I love these. I love some of these. Are you ready for them?
Jen, again, you have populated Fun Facts Friday for today with some good fun facts. I will read some of them as well, but why don't you go ahead and get us started? If just fun facts you can maybe use or maybe not use, it's up to you.
Okay, in the early 1900s, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was considered a delicacy and only eaten by rich people, but by the 1920s, the price of peanut butter went way down and PB&Js became more popular.
I would say PB&J is still a delicacy, so almost the perfect food. The highest number counted out loud was 1 million. It took a guy 89 days, with each day averaging just over 11,200 numbers per day. And then after, almost 90 days, he finally got to say 1 million.
That seems really boring. George Washington's dentures were partially made from hippo tusks.
Ugh, hippo tusks. Tom Hanks's brother Jim does the voice of Woody on everything except the Toy Story movies. He handles video games, dolls, TV specials, and everything else.
I thought that was interesting.
I guess they must sound very similar.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. T's original set of gold chains, you know, he wore all those gold chains,
Mm-hmm.
came from people who lost them or left them after fights in a bar when he was a nightclub bouncer.
Ooh, I'll take these. Recipes apparently cannot be trademarked, but some can be ruled trade secrets, like the formula for Dr. Pepper or, of course, KFC's 11 herbs and spices. Top secret.
Go ahead and read this next one, Curt, because you were like, I didn't know that. And I think that's really interesting.
Michael Jackson really was interested in playing Spider-Man in a movie, but he knew he'd never get cast as Spider-Man. So in the 90s, Michael Jackson tried to buy Marvel Comics to make it happen. He did not succeed.
He did not succeed. This is really crazy. No one knows for sure when the fire hydrant was invented because the patent was lost in a fire at the U.S. Patent Office in 1836.
That's what you call irony right there.
I got to remember to tell firefighter Pat that one.
Amazon named one of its buildings here in Seattle after its first customer. I did not know this, but this is a software engineer named John Wainwright. And he bought a computer book for $27.95 in 1995, the first purchase from Amazon. So now he has his own building, John Wainwright.
Those are two fun facts in one, I feel like. And,
sorry.
And here's the you did it right. It's how it was supposed to be. I'm just saying you kind of get two for the price of one in that one.
I like it.
Bank of America was actually founded by the Bank of Italy in 1904. That is it. That is all I have for today.
That's pretty good.
I thought
People learned something. I learned something about Michael Jackson. All right. The weekend is almost, well, I was going to say the weekend is here, and perhaps it's a 3-day weekend for you. Things going on around the Seattle area. Let's start with some movies opening up, and I guess there's a big one, Captain America, Brave New World.
Now, this movie has been much anticipated, and apparently I have not been paying attention because, is it Chris Evans? Chris Evans is Captain America, right?
We thought. Well, up until now.
Not anymore.
New Captain America is Anthony Mackie. He actually returns as the new Captain America. So apparently he was in another movie as Captain America. We don't watch these movies. We got to get better about that.
But I feel like I do. I like Marvel movies. So I got to ask my girls who are bigger Marvel movie fans than I am. Like, where did I miss? Where did this happen? Why? When?
Well, this new Captain America, Brave New World also makes the first appearance of Red Hulk. So if you want to see what Red Hulk is all about, it's in this movie. Paddington in Peru is also opening this weekend. Paddington travels to Peru to help find his missing Aunt Lucy.
And Becoming Led Zeppelin. It opened last week in IMAX only, but now it's in theaters everywhere. Curt, I know you wanted to see that one.
Oh, absolutely going to see that one. I think that'd be great. How about some more music?
Things going around the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of Valentine's Day things going on today through Sunday. There's cooking classes, escape rooms, improv shows, chocolate tours, wine and chocolate tastings. So, I mean, search your neighborhood or search online events in Seattle and you'll find what you might be looking for. And there's Lunar New Year activities going on. And then this is super fun, Curt. You can watch La La Land with live score done by the Seattle Symphony all weekend long at Ben Roya Hall.
If you've never done that, and I'm not talking about La La Land, but any movie, this comes up every now and again. It's like, hey, come down and watch. You know, I think they did Raiders of the Lost Ark one time with the Seattle Symphony doing the musical score. It's really something to see.
It's cool. I've done that too, and it's really fun.
Tomorrow and Sunday is Love at the Zoo at Point Defiance in Tacoma. They feed the animals like heart-shaped snacks. There's fun things going on there. All right. How about Titanic, the exhibition at the Maritime Building? Kicks off today, runs through the end of the month.
Yep. Hamilton continues at the Paramount Theater. It's worth seeing. This version of the musical has more of a hip hop flair, I guess. It's good. I saw it. It's really good. Kuza, the Cirque Show, continues at Redmond at Marymore Park. Astra Lumina, also still going on. It's a cool special effects light walk in the Chinese Gardens on the South Seattle College campus. And I've done that, and that would be a fun Valentine's Day weekend thing, a little romantic thing.
Finally, if you're into fly fishing, there is the Fly Fishing Show in Bellevue. So as Jen said, plenty of things going on this weekend if you want to get out and do stuff, all right?
Curt, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, you put it down here as adulting when I said, you know what, it feels like every weekend, like, well, we got to work on this, we got to work on this, we got to work on that. So I believe it will be some Since I don't know that the weather's going to be bad for the weekend because it's been snowing a lot, and that's not necessarily bad weather, but it's not great for doing, outdoor chores and stuff like that. So I will be adulting this weekend. And if I come up with anything else that I can think right here, I will let you know.
I feel like I'm kind of adulting too. I'm working on the remodel, and Macy, with it, her district, the North Shore School District, has midwinter break. So she's off school all next week. So I got to figure out something fun that I can do with her because she only has, this is like one of 3 midwinter breaks that she has left until she's done with school.
Oh, there's one a year. Okay. I was like, there's 3 midwinter breaks every year?
No, she just has 3. Like, this is she's a sophomore. So I just have limited time to make good memories.
Right. Okay. Finally, I don't like to say finally, but we are to the part of the show where we tell you, here's a brand new Curt and Jen podcast question of the day. And in this case, the weekend.
What did you come up with, Curt?
What's the most expensive date you've ever been on? We were talking about dating earlier and how much dates cost, right?
Yep.
So what's the most expensive date you've ever been on? And I suppose, we have to include after you're married. You can still have obviously dates.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's all we're looking for. The most expensive date you've ever been on. I have one that I think is going to top everybody, but I'll save it for Monday. What about you, Jen?
I have to think about that. I have to think about it. I'm not sure.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to share mine now?
No, you save it till Monday. Save it for the show. Save it for the show. We gotta wrap this up.
I will save it for Monday. Over the weekend, please chime in on that one. And again, like, follow, subscribe. We would love to have you do that. And we really appreciate you being here with us every time.
Do you like that I wore my love sweatshirt for Valentine's Day?
I love that you wear your love sweatshirt. I wore a Kraken hoodie.
Like you always do. Well, we hope you have a great Valentine's Day weekend. I hope it's a long weekend for you. Make good memories, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and my gosh, laugh.
Laugh, everybody.
So good for you. Have a good one.